Hey guys, welcome back to the DeeTimeLove show. And today I've got a very interesting video for you guys. I've got a table view of 10 watches I've selected for wrist time over February 2020. And I'm going to talk about the reasons why and my logic behind it. And it basically comes down to a question or a discussion that I had with somebody on the phone actually about a watch they were looking to purchase from myself, about how I rotate my watches, my logic behind them, and my thought process, and what to buy and what to sell. And I said to them, I was totally honest and transparent. I have no logic or agenda, apart from some of the Rolex pieces that I've bought, because I'm invested quite heavily within those timepieces. They tend to stay in the safety deposit box. The rest of my watches, I sort of put them away, and sometimes I forget I've even owned the piece, and I go back to them after a 3 to 6 month period, and I think, wow, this is a really nice watch. I have no logic. So what I've decided to do on a monthly basis is choose 10 watches within my collection and rotate them over that monthly period. And I wanted to show you some of the watches that I've picked out for February 2020. And it comes down to, yes, the weather as well. I'm normally a big bracelet man. I like my watches on bracelets. Not the biggest fan of leather straps and so on. However, in the winter, I don't mind the good old leather strap or NATO strap, whatever it may be, that wraps around the wrist. But let's go through some of the watches that I've selected and some of the reasons why. Very brief overview. This is not a review. This is not a collection review. The collection's got too big. I'm going to narrow it down. I'm going to be selling quite a few watches, so keep a lookout on the DeeTime website is where I get to sell some of the watches that I need to flip for whatever reason, or, you know, it's just one of those things, watches that I'm no longer connecting with, or I need to get some money from the timepiece. But anyway, let's have a look at some of the daily watches that I wear to work, for example. And the first watch I want to show you guys is the Frederic Constant Jewel Time. Very beautiful rectangle watch, and one of the reasons why I'm looking at JLC Ultra. I'm looking at a Reverso at the moment, and I'm always this is what I tend to preach a lot. Sometimes you need to buy certain types of watches without breaking the bank to decide the type of watches you want to buy at a more premium price tag. And the Frederic Constant, for me, has served me very well as a daily watch, especially to work, and especially this time of year on this croc leather strap. It's beautifully done, and it's got these curved lugs. I do love the case design, and the dial is very nice indeed. Please excuse my croaky voice. I have a little bit of the man flu, and I just thought I'd crack on and make good use of my time. But anyway, that's one of the watches that I'm going to be wearing this month on a monthly basis. Oh, one watch that I have been wearing recently is this new Spinnaker Cahill mid-size black PVD coating. Very nice. This is what's in at the moment. A lot of hype. A lot of watch manufacturers are casing their watches with this black PVD finishing, and the Seikos, everyone's doing it, and the mods at the moment. But I'm wearing this at the moment. I thought I'd wear it this month because I will be doing a review on the watch, and I want to give you guys a honest, critical review on this watch and a good insight to how it's fared for the last week or so. But saying it's mid-size, I have to say, when I think mid-size watches, I think 36 mil, just like my Rolex Datejust 16014 with the white gold fluted bezel, which I wear to work on a regular basis. But 40 mil is the new mid-size, or 39.5, you know. But I do like the Spinnaker size. It's quite reminiscent of the pre-ceramic subs of old at 40 mil. Very nice, good watch, and I'll be reviewing that soon, so keep looking around for that video. And my Rolex Datejust 16014, hence why I sold the other 16014 with the white dial and Roman numerals. I just didn't want to have two 36 mil Datejust. I think I only have room for one of them in my collection. I do like vintage Rolex Datejust. I love the dials, but I felt that this Datejust has a more of a unique dial than the white dial Datejust that recently I sold at the DeeTime store. But that's gone, and that I'm keeping this. I'll be wearing it this month. And there has been a rebuy. The Ramen Wheel Tango. It's a Swiss ETA quartz movement. Cool grab and go watch. I bought this watch because I just love the aesthetic of it, the design. It's a cool looking chrono as well, and a grab and go watch that has been getting the most wrist time in the last 2 weeks. Very nice indeed. What else have we brought in? Now, I've brought in a watch to be worn this month. It's the Seiko Alpinist on the croc. Doesn't get much wrist time. Maybe it's because, I don't know, green dial isn't so versatile with the type of clothing that I wear. And ever since I put it on the green croc, I don't wear it as much. It just doesn't really match any of my clothing. But it's a beautiful watch, very nice. Doesn't appeal to everybody. They have started to go up in value. So if you are keen on the Seiko Alpinist, the original version, the green version, buy them now, because they will be a considerable increase by the end of 2020, I have to say. You can still find new old stock for around about £455 sterling, but they're going that price on the used. A lot of them are US based. They're quite hard to find in the UK because the new models have come out now. They're going for about £1,000 plus sterling in 2020. Cool watch. I'm probably going to change it up on a brown distressed leather strap to make it a little bit more versatile, and I'll be wearing it out February 2020. Another watch that I've been sharing on my Instagram quite a bit is the Spinnaker Tessé Bronze, 300 meters water resistant ceramic bezel, Swiss Elite movement, and I've been sharing images of how the bronze case has patinaed over I believe a 6-month period. I haven't been wearing it much. It hasn't been getting the exposure it should have, so I thought I'd share it with you guys over February 2020 to see what sort of colours we can get out of the case. Nice looking watch, nice strap. Let's see how it fares over February. And then we have, what have we got here? Yes, the Pantor Seahorse, a beast, a weapon of a watch. Doesn't get much wrist time. As much as I love it, I don't wear it as much as I should do. And I thought, let's get it on the wrist in February. Let's enjoy it, that weapon of a watch. And especially if I'm going out for a few beverages with a few friends of mine, it could be used as a weapon. But only joking. Cool watch. Let's give it some wrist time. Let's see if it's going to stay in the collection. And sorry guys, I'm really struggling today with this man flu, I have to say. But anyway, another watch that I want to share with you guys is my Tudor Chrono Blue Monte Carlo. Very much a summer watch that I wear in the summer. And to be honest with you, I haven't worn it for a while and I've been missing it. And it came out of my safety deposit box. And I will be wearing it in February 2020. Hopefully we get some sunshine in February and I get to enjoy this beautiful dial and beautiful timepiece. It just really puts me in a good mood. I connect with this watch emotionally, and I think it's critical when you buy a watch. If you're spending, you know, over £2,500 or £3,000 plus, like I had on this watch, you want to buy a watch that you're going to connect emotionally, and this is definitely a watch that I have that connection with. Now, next, one of my favourites that never tends to leave my rotating collection is my Tudor Black Bay Burgundy, the one with the new in-house movement. I recently, over the festive period, had it on the distressed Tudor leather strap. I've put it back on the bracelet because I just fancied the change. Very cool watch indeed. And let's get this into focus for you guys. There you go. It's playing up today, but we've got it back in focus. A watch that I just tend to wear in the evenings. A very cool watch indeed, especially over the winter months. Just the burgundy red. I have another connection with this watch. It's just got real character. I love everything about it. and the patinaed indices, very nice indeed. And last but not least, the Seiko Samurai Blue Lagoon that recently came back into rotation on Saturday for Seiko Saturday. Another summer watch, but after Christmas, what do you have to look forward to? You know, after spring is the summer, and I wanted to get a bit of a summer vibe. I love the Blue Lagoon. Beautiful Seiko Samurai watch. Looks so much better in real life, I have to say. Even the dial, but a real head turner, and one of my favourite Seiko watches in the collection. So one other question that you guys have been asking me, what are you going to add to the collection in 2020? Well, there are a few watches that are on my shortlist, and one of them is another Tudor. The Tudor that I'm considering is the Tudor Chrono S&G on the bracelet. I love two-tone watches. I recently purchased a Rolex Submariner pre-ceramic bluesy two-tone. There's a few scuffs on the actual bracelet, and there was no service history with it whatsoever. And I thought, you know what? It's a nice timepiece. Let's get it serviced by Rolex. Let's get the Rolex experience. I've never serviced a watch via Rolex before, and I thought, let's do it for the first time so I can report to you guys the experience of having your watch serviced by the manufacturer. So far, all I can say to you is that it takes a long time, and it's very painful living without your watch for more than 3 months. And I've been told I'm going to have to wait another 3 to 4 months to get the watch. That's how it is, unfortunately, with Rolex. And I'm sure a lot of you have got some horror stories to tell me about the servicing at Rolex. But, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is, and I can't wait to get the watch. But I am getting a taste for two-tone watches at the moment. I don't know what it is. Gold, yellow gold must be back. I don't know what it is. But it gives you that feeling that you're going back a generation as well. But I really do love that Tudor Chrono S&G. I went into the boutique and I thought, wow, I would love to own that piece. It's a lot more versatile than my Tudor Chrono Monte Carlo. But I thought having both of those watches in my collection would really complement each other. So the Tudor Chrono Blue Monte Carlo during the day, and come the evening, I could wear the Chrono S&G. And yeah, very nice indeed. I'm also considering a couple of Omega watches. Those of you that have followed me on the channel would have known that I've had various Omega watches. Unfortunately, although one of them I thought I would never sell, the electric blue, I sold it to get some funds to put towards the bluesy, the Submariner. I do miss it, but I'm not sure what Omega watch I'm going to add to the collection. I always love Omega, and I want to add at least 1 or 2 Omega watches into my collection. I just like having a selection of different brands. I don't want to be totally isolated, say with Tudor or Rolex or Omega. I like to mix it up. So really I'm considering maybe the Tudor S&G Chrono, potentially the Jacob LeCoultre Reverso. I'm starting to have a real love for rectangle watches again, and potentially an Omega. I'm not sure yet. Maybe an Omega Broad Arrow or Speedmaster 57, or just a professional moon watch. I don't know yet. I have to keep you guys posted on what I decide. I'm going to try them out and get a feel, see which one I have more of an emotional connection with. So I don't just put it away in a safety deposit box because it's an expensive piece. They won't be investment pieces. They will be watches for me to enjoy. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to leave your comments below on what you think I should be purchasing. Leave your questions below of things you want me to answer, or watches that you want to review. Leave your comments below. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.